starting a business, writing a book, find a guy who's happy, making the money you want to make, reaching the people you want to reach. And plagiarize him. Of course you want to plagiarize him legally. Do what he's doing. Exactly. Don't change the program. Don't go in there and say, well, I can do it better. Do what they do. Say it the way they say it. If they do it at 9 o'clock in the morning, do it at 9 o'clock in the morning. Don't change anything. If their book that they write is 188 pages, make your book 188 pages. You don't have to understand it at first. Do everything that they're doing. Once you start gaining a certain measure of success, you can play with the process. Now, this is an easy trick. Whenever I teach somebody about how to start a business or how to do something, find the trick of finding someone that's doing exactly what you want to do. Now, if you want to do something no one else has ever done before, ignore all that. If it's never been done and no one's actually doing it, you're going to have a really hard time becoming successful at it. But just pay that price if that's what you want to do. But find the exact dollar amount that you want to make, the influence that you want to have, and the results of that influence that you're looking for. I want to talk to you about that in a second. Results of your influence. Emulate it perfectly. I was always, because I was the smartest kid in the room, I always figured I was going to do it smarter, better, with zero results. Year after year after year after year, continuing to tweak the process and having zero results. In business and in relationships, and I finally decided, why don't I just figure this out? And when I started emulating or stealing the ideas of the successful people around me, and then asking them questions, what about this, and what about this, and what about this, you start seeing the same measure of success. And sales was the first time I ever did it. I went into a sales organization, and I talked to a guy, and of course I was smarter, and I could have tweaked the program. You know, I could have just made this presentation shorter, or use a different word here or there. And he says, just do me a favor. For 5 days, just follow the process exactly the way that I do it and tweak it later. That's the first time I ever heard that, ever. I was 21 years old. And he said, just follow me. And so I did, like a robot, stand right next to him, word for word, phrase for phrase, sentence for sentence. And at the end of the week, I reached in my pocket, had $1,000 in cash. And I said, I like this guy. This is 1971, 21 years old, $1,000 in cash in your first week in sales. That's a good training tool. I learned this quick. I was like, okay, now let's start tweaking that. If I can do it in 8 hours a day, asking this exact question, saying this exact phrase, what can I do to shorten it and talk to more people? What can I do to speed up the process? How can I hire other people to say what I'm saying and take half of their money? So I teach them to do the exact same thing. Now you can tweak the process, but don't break the process. Find the process that works in whatever arenas that's working. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to always be coming to Bill to do it. That's the nice thing about our program is I'm going to give you some of the basic foundational principles, and you're going to find other people besides me who are doing it. Because there's a lot of things that you want to do I've never done. Find people that are doing exactly what you want to do with your exact temperament. Because you're not like me either. Find somebody like you that's doing what you want to do. How does somebody who likes to sleep in accomplish this goal? Whatever it is, the thing that you have to have. Figure that out. And then